Ari Shaffir,
Yes.
do you respect Brendan Schaub as a comedian?
Shit. Yes. I mean, there's no way.
Jew.
Hey, Ari, this isn't one of the live. I know Matt Mitrione and Brendan Schaub. I think Matt Mitrione was the one who actually played the most in the NFL.
I didn't know the Schaub one, so.
Yeah, I didn't
He
know
wasn't
about
very
Schaub.
good.
No.
He wasn't very good, much like his podcast hosting ability.
Oh, ouch.
Worst stand-up special I've ever seen in
He's got a stand-up special?
Yeah.
in
I
the
didn't know that.
loosest sense of the word. Yeah.
Where is it at, Netflix or
They probably funded
it's
it,
on
yeah.
Showtime.
Showtime?
Yeah, it's on Showtime. Just look for the cover with the full-grown man dressed like Justin Bieber. All right. How many more questions do we have?
We got two more.
Okay, two more, and then we got to go to chat.
Number 3, do you respect Brendan Schaub as a comedian?
Can I trade this question in for two more questions?
No, you cannot.
You said yes, and the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Ari, who's your friend? I am also surprised.
You're a bitch, you're a slut, you're a liar, you're a whore.
What is that?
What was the drop that didn't work?
Oh. Yeah, I don't. I don't. Well, I mean, he's just getting started. He's got a long career ahead of him. He's only 4 years. I was pretty bad 4 years in, and he's far better than I. He's headlining.
You didn't even finish the sentence, Ari. You couldn't even convince yourself not hooked up to the lie
He's
detector
better than
test.
He's better than I. Man, you know what?
He's more,
Whatever.
He was more confident than I was at that stage.
There you go. You found your way to a compliment.
Sorry, dude. Yeah.
Okay, number
These tests
4.
are faulty a lot.
Fucking ass me. Remember your career? Fuck you.
And Curtis Blades is only getting better. Because Curtis Blades, he's starting to put together the striking with the wrestling. Now, Curtis Blades, his nickname is Blades for a reason because his elbow is his ground and pound, and also he rhymes with his last name.
And Hamzat came in on weight. I mean, when he landed here, he was lighter than he was his last fight, and he made weight. So I heard this thing today, and again, I don't know how true it is or whatever, that like Pat Miletich was saying that this thing was, we told Hamzat not to make weight because we weren't selling tickets and we weren't. The show was sold out going into that day of the weigh-ins. I don't know if Pat really said that, but if he did, he has to be the dumbest man on the planet. I mean, you know how fucking stupid you have to be? Done with me?
I believe that was Brendan Schaub who said that.
It was what?
Brendan Schaub who made up that conspiracy.
Oh, it wasn't Pat Miletich?
I think so.
Well, I apologize to Pat Miletich then. That makes sense. Bye.
Stay away from Twitter because these people, if all they doing is fishing for compliments to themselves so they can feel like something. But as soon as you don't give it to them, it's it. Brandon Schaub, he gave his opinion on Dana. They ate his ass alive like piranhas.
It's so dumb. I didn't talk to him about that, but first of all, he's wrong.
Yeah, he's
wrong about the theory. Look, Brendan's my boy, but he needs a handler.
Yeah.
He needs someone like me around him all the time. What are you gonna do? No.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Yeah.
And he'll go, yeah, you're right.
I get where you coming from with Brendan, and then it's like I don't understand why our community, they hate him in a way. Like I don't know the percentage, but he gets a lot of shit.
If you're spending any time, if you're a busy man, you're a family man, you got kids, you got a wife, you got a shit to do, and you're spending any time arguing on Twitter, That is a waste of your life. That's a waste of time. There's going to come a point in time where you have to stop, and now is the best time to stop. Like, you already have a career. You're doing podcasting. You're doing well. He was making more money doing podcasting than he ever did fighting.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you've got it out right now. You're a funny guy. You're fun to hang out with. I mean, you might not have the best stand-up.
So you do that History Channel show, Hunting Hitler.
That was fun.
Did you ever find Hitler?
Yeah, so he died, and
Yeah.
No, not everybody thinks.
When summer ends, it always leaves a mark, so we can find our way back to the water. But we take our time and lay out on the dock like two cold-blooded souls.
Yesterday, I spoke about an individual named Brendan Schaub who was lying constantly about me, and it's kind of funny. I put out a little bat signal on Twitter the night before that some people on Reddit, shout out to those people, knew what I was talking about, and all of a sudden I get a text. I get an apology. And I said to Brendan, who I've never had an issue with, despite all the shots, I said, cool, if you're going to apologize to me privately, I hope you're also going to do so publicly, because that's where this started. You smeared my name publicly and lied about me publicly and said I was a bad teammate and a bad colleague publicly. And you said that you got the job first from Showtime, and I only got it because you turned it down publicly. So I want you to go on your public little show, and I want you to apologize to me. And so once he does, the beef will be squashed. Until he does, here's what I don't like.
Whoa!
Brendan,
Let's go!
Listen, here's what I don't like about what Brendan has done over the last. First of all, he repeated a 5-year lie about what happened at UFC 199 that was 100% false. That was first spewed by Joe Rogan on his podcast. And I addressed that publicly time and again. For some reason in July, I'm in Mont-Tremblant, Quebec, trying to enjoy a quarantine with my kids, and I see Brendan on his little show sitting back and saying, well, let me tell you about, how Ariel, has to deal with the consequences of what he did. A lot of people got in trouble. It's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This is a lie that I thought I addressed 5 years ago. So that was number one. Number two, he starts talking about me being sitting back in his little chair. I've heard from 1 million different people that this guy is the worst to work with. He is the worst colleague on the planet. I have heard this from all. Who are your sources, Brendan? Who are your sources? You don't sit around and talk. Yeah, right. You don't sit around and talk about someone's character like that. That's not how this works. You could talk about me being a bad journalist, a bad host. Then he goes on his little whatever it is, fight companion. Everyone's got a fight companion these days. I mean, for God's sakes, do we all really need 6 people talking at the same time while there's an actual professional broadcast going on? In any event, he goes, well, how do you think he got that job? I gave it to him. And I wasn't going to say anything. I really wasn't. I was going to take the high road like I always do. High road Helwani. But on Tuesday night, I said, you know what? Rest in peace, High Road Helwani. It's time for the Helwani era, and I am not going to let anyone slander my name anymore. And so I just wanted everyone to know, if you come at the King, you best not miss.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you. I want to let you know I appreciate the hell out of you sticking up for yourself. All right. That is a big time move, and I have learned a lot about you as a human through this entire independent process, betting on yourself, sticking up for yourself. Hopefully you and Brendan are able to get past this and nobody else will talk any shit about you getting jobs that you don't deserve because... Go ahead.
I just want to add, I have never said anything about Brendan Schaub. I actually think what he did going from a UFC fighter who didn't realize his dreams, right? Utmost respect, and then creating this thing for him, this orbit, the comedy, I had no issues with the guy. And that's why every time I'm like, why does this dude keep lying about me? Why does this guy keep why is he even talking about me? He's sitting back talking about the media business and what happened to me at ESPN and the offer. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. You don't even text me. I have no relationship with you whatsoever. Just keep my name out of your mouth. Stop talking about me and then clipping it off for clicks, which I don't even know if you buy or not. I don't know if they're legit, but in any event, it's usually one of the highest rated things on your YouTube page. Stop talking about me. That's it. So I have respect for him and what he's built and what he's done, but enough is enough. Enough is enough with all the slander.